PCHQ, what's happening, people? Discussion time, episode 61. Question from DerideAnd. Thank you for your question. And the topic is MMA children. So, what do you think about the underage children doing MMA in Russia? Is it a good thing? Are they going too far using children? On the one hand, the children want to do it, so why shouldn't they be allowed? It teaches them about work ethic, winning, losing, sportsmanship, keeps them from the videos and snacks, and instead promotes good health and confidence in themselves. On the other hand, it also might cause physical problems as they're still growing, or at least increase the risk of injuries that they might not be able to deal with mentally at that age. They might let success go to their head and become bullies to the other students at school. So first and foremost, the fact that your question relates to them doing it in Russia, what you have to remember is in Russia, they're very tough-nosed people. Their mentality is tough. It's very self-independent. Just a lot more less privileged in terms of mummy and daddy looking after you. Like the parents teach their kids to be tough individuals and have that self-confidence, but self-discipline, work ethic, and just grittiness. You just have to look at Vladimir Putin as the leader of their country and how he carries himself and deals with things. He's very straight to the point, and that's what they're like over there. So I think that in terms of how they look at it, in the situation, like the parents, it's just a normality to them that they take their kids to the training. They teach them that don't feel sorry for yourself, like you're getting punched in the face, but you learn from it and you become better because of it and tougher. And I think there is a problem if your child doesn't want to do it and you just take him along and make him do it anyway. But I suppose at times that can teach your kid in life you have to do things you don't necessarily want to do for the better. Better in the long run for yourself, and just helps you grow as a person and helps you understand from a young age that not everything is a bed of roses and the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I do think that that's important. But you have to get the balance right, because if they're not getting any enjoyment out of it and they're not fighting with passion, they're going to pick up more injuries, and potentially getting knocked out and passing out from submission moves. And so the sportsmanship, it is good because in just mixed martial arts in general, you do always get them few dickheads that just want to act hard, and they're like, oh, I'll go to this gym, and they get if the gym's got their own clothing and stuff, they'll buy everything, and just so they can go out and wear the clothes to let people know that I'm a tough guy. And like, you do get people like that, but on the whole, mixed martial arts teaches you to not shout about it and not act tough and use it for the wrong reasons. Like, it's there as a last resort. At the same time, it instills confidence, because if something does happen where you feel threatened, you do have a lot more confidence in that you can handle that situation. Especially if you're smaller in stature, because people will underestimate you anyway, and if something does creep up, then you can have that confidence that you've got that training behind you, and you're better off than having no training behind you. Rather than sitting at home and video games and wrong diets and things like that. As a kid though, you gotta enjoy it. You gotta have a mixture. You can't just go full pelt. I can't have chocolate crisps, like burgers, fast foods. I can't have none of that. You gotta have a mixture of everything. As you get older, you can't have as much of that stuff. You have to go more cutting it out and just having things that are good for you. But as a child, you need to enjoy life, and even as an adult, you've got to treat yourself. But at the same time, for health, in terms of injuries, dislocations, broken bones, things like that, it does happen. So on that side of it, like, it's a risk, but life's a risk. You could go out today and fall over in the road and get run over. So nothing's ever achieved by staying in your house or being scared to go out and venture out and do things. Again, it's a balance. What else have we got? The bullying thing. If they're getting very confident from the training and getting success, if they're having fights and stuff, as I said before, you get certain dickheads. I could see it happening. Like, it obviously does happen, but on the whole, I think it's very few in the minority that do it. And they will get their karma. Like, things always come back around to you. So, and I do think as well, if the person that runs the gym and stuff and finds out that you're doing that, like, outside of the gym at school and things, that they won't want you in their gym anymore, despite your age and the parents sticking up for their kid. And because some parents will turn a blind eye to if someone else accuses their child of bullying their child, because it's your child and we've all got love for our children. You don't want to think of them as being bullies, but some parents will just be in denial and will never accept even if their child is in the wrong. But their sensei and their coach, or whatever you want to call them, that runs the gym, they're like mentors to them other than their parents. But they won't take any shit, because martial arts at the end of the day is about respect. And you got to respect your mentors and your teachers, because they're the ones that are teaching you everything that you know, and making you grow as a person and helping you. So they won't take any shit despite your age. So if they find out, I'd like to think on the whole most of them will ban that person from ever coming back to their gym unless they sort their act out and prove over a period of time that they've changed. So that's about it. Thank you for your question, Deride and Mock. Hope I answered it alright. I myself have done mixed martial arts training. I'm a big fan of the UFC. I watch every card and event that they put up. I actually did training last year for it. Unfortunately, the place I trained at closed down, so until I'm driving I can't really get to anywhere else because they're all further away. I'm currently doing boxing, so that's martial arts. I do think just generally any martial arts you can get into is a great thing, because it helps grow you as a person. It teaches discipline, and as you get better and pick things up, you gain more confidence and you just improve. It's a long process. You do have days where you think, why am I doing this, especially when you're starting off. Where I train, they're all people that have had fights. I've recently had a new guy come in who is my sparring partner, so that's good for me now, because it's someone at my level, because I've been sparring with people that have had fights. So it's definitely good to help grow you, and I definitely recommend it for anyone out there, especially if you ain't got many friends, or you got anxiety problems or suffer with depression and stuff, because it does lift your mood, and once you get that workout in, it releases them good endorphins, and it definitely helps with everything, and in the process you get fitter, healthier. So I hope I answered your question fine, and I hope you're happy with it. Make sure you leave a like and share the video to anyone you think that'll like it as well. It definitely helps. Yeah, I don't want to fuck with the real ones.